Now, for the next panel discussion, the insurance industry is undergoing a revolution, and at the heart of this transformation is InsurTech. Technology, as usual, is ever evolving, redefining how insurance used to be bought, sold, or managed. Well, so what's next? Well, is it going to be AI, IoT, blockchains, big data continue to rule or probably reshape the landscape? Well, and what does this mean for insurers, customers, and for the entire ecosystem out here? Well, let's get going to know more key points on that. And we have a panel of experts out here. Well, I will say they are the leaders and the innovators. Let's hear it from there for the next session of your Future of Insurance, how InsurTech is changing the game. And I'll request and call upon Dr. Abhijeet Kanetkar, Chief Business Officer, Xangam. Can we have a huge round of applause for gentlemen, please? Joining the stage in this fabulous panel is Yatish, Bhatia, Vice President Technology, ICICI Lombard General Insurance. Huge round of applause for him as well. And the next panelist is Swapnil Narvekar, AVP TATA AIG General Insurance. I will call upon Reshma Gaikwad, IT Transformation Program Director, Aditya, Birla Health Insurance. And of course, how can we function without the captain of the ship, the moderator for today, Suvendu Panda, Senior Vice President, Bancassurance, Corporate Office, HDFC Life Insurance. And I think when we have such a significant, crucial, and a very important topic to be discussed, and such a key leaders out here, can we have a little zealful round of applause, everybody? So that I know that you are awake, and if somebody else is trying to sleep, even he or she gets awake, okay? So over to you, sir.
Thank you. I think it's wonderfully explained that what can be better than what you explained in the beginning of the panel discussion. So let me take this forward. I think a good afternoon to all of you. I know that you all had a good lunch, and I'm sure all of you must have been feeling good to listen to the next gen of insurance, what is going to happen. So let me take this forward. I think the industry is going through a change with technology, and InsurTechs are the key in terms of changing the industry as a whole in insurance. And InsurTechs, which was not something that was heard of 10 years back or 15 years back, have been making news around. If you have to look at how the industry is getting evolved through the AI, automation, big data, IoT, in terms of the first stage ones, in terms of the tech, in terms of fraud prevention, in terms of the blockchain, in terms of personalized insurance policies, climatic, parametric issuance. So many things are happening across. And with that speed and the ever-changing environment of insurance, I think if you look at the 10-year story, have been phenomenal. People who have been part of this industry for last 10 to 15 years would vouch that the industry has seen a tremendous change. And how that industry has seen that change, how it has evolved over a period of time. So I would like to go back to my first speaker, Dr. Abhijeet, to talk about how it has shaped and changed in the entire context of insurance industry for the last 10 years. If you can have your views, then we will take it forward with others.
So good afternoon, Suvendu. Good afternoon, all the panelists and the audience. So Suvendu, thanks a lot for this question, because I think InsurTech journey for last 10 to 12 years, we should call it as an evolution, is very close to my heart, because I have seen it happening in front of my eyes. I think, when we look at, in fact, we have been talking about a lot of things like AI, Gen AI, LLM and all. And in that context, looking back where we came is really amazing. And I always love to look at the history and built on that. So basically, if I recall, 10, 12 years back, we were not talking about anything like AI, even digital things, and there were apprehension in the insurance industry uh, talking about technology. Only the big players like Infosys and TCS, they were giving some softwares to the insurance industry, and typically those were to manage the workflows. And again, there was some sort of inertia in the users as well, because they were thinking that uh, the kind of skill they have may not be possible with the help of technology. And that is where I think it was a kind of a risk which they were looking forward to, and then that's where they were not very keen to go for the technological solutions. And when I started my journey from insurance to insurtech, or a startup technology solution provider company, I faced this challenge when I was going to the insurance companies and asking them to take the technology. And I realized the solution to this problem of having that apprehension was to solve one problem at a time. So it is like you cannot say that I have the entire stack, which we will provide to you, and based on that you will get the results. So instead of that, what we did is we tried to solve small problem with small solution, and then started building on it. It is like land and expand. So we started giving some solutions which are very smaller, looking at them, and it is as if enhancing the existing processes, instead of telling them that probably we will replace your processes. And that is where we got the success. Of course, I initially went to the reinsurer, tried to convince them, and then asked them to convince the insurance companies, and that's how I think we could get in. So the journey was very exciting, and I will give you one very interesting use case or an experience which I had. So if you look at pre-policy or underwriting, pre-policy is a part of underwriting. Now, in underwriting, there are like medical cases, you have to do medical test. And the medical tests were happening with the physical visit. Typically, it is expected and assumed that it is being done by a doctor. But the doctors were not very keen to go and visit the customer. Now, in that case, you have to have clear risk defined and risk assessment done, but the technology was ready to provide that. And the insurance companies were saying that probably it is good that we get it in the hard copy. So that was a big challenge, but what we did is we said that you want the doctor to do the assessment, why can't we use the video technology? Now there were some challenges like data security, getting the videos recorded from both the sides, like customer side as well as the doctor side. And that is where we came up with a video technology which can be used with ease, which will record the things, and based on that, you can get a better assessment. Now, when we did this, and when the insurance companies started liking it, I think they came up with, in fact, it was them who came to us and say that probably we would need one more solution because we are not sure even the technician is doing right medical test. Or maybe they are giving right results. If they are doing maybe a blood pressure checkup, whether the parameters are mentioned rightly or there is a fraud happening. So we gave the same solution. We said that, okay, let's cover that with the same video. If I can cover the video of the medical checks happening along with the doctor's presence, then probably it will be solved. And slowly, if you see, after that, there is another solution which we provided is like digitization of medical records. So if you see the entire journey, slowly it moved towards the AI. It moved towards the digitization, digital transformation. So initially, it is a small solution. Then we went to a bigger solution. Then there is a digitization. And based on the digitization, of course, you can do the underwriting. So smart underwriting, using AI, using LLM, using Gen AI, all these things have their roots in the small solutions which are provided for the pre-underwriting layer. And that's where I think the journey is very exciting because we started with small problems, small solutions, and then right now we are talking about just looking at somebody and having his or her health assessment done, and based on that, the underwriting being done. So I think it was fabulous journey, and the evolution, I think we are taking it far ahead of the, where we were. But at the same time, yes, we have to go, miles to reach to a level where we can actually, without having any physical interaction, we can do the underwriting, or we can assess the claims, which we were talking about even in the, initial first half panel discussion, we were talking about claims. But of course, there are chances of fraud. So accuracy has to be improved, and we will have to, wait for a few years to reach to that level. So I think, Suvendu, it was a great journey over the period, and I think we have come a long way, and we are looking forward to reach to a really high level.
Well,
Thank you.
Doctor. I think let me put this across. If you look at the journey of insurance, barring the solicitation part, I think he has seen and have grown with the evolution of technology and the modern enhancements to the entire process. And you can be a used case, doctor, and that can be treated that way. So to take it forward, I think we have Ms. Reshma, who has got similar use cases across in the industry. So if you can throw some light on that.
Yeah, all right. So this is VUCA world, right? I mean, the industry is changing minute by minute. One drop off, and then everybody rush towards capturing that and materializing that lead, right? So that is where the journey started, and I think it started with the COVID era, right? Wherein we were forced to use the cloud technology. We were forced, to work from home, or we were forced to use the digital media, right? That is where the digital journey truly started, I believe. Yeah. So if I have to, talk about a journey of our value chain as an insurer, so let's take an example of product configurator. Let's, accept the fact that it takes days, months time, right? But what if we have a technology which is just a one-click configurator, and we have a product handy in hours time, and we launch the product in the market, that hits our GTM, right? The second one, when a lead comes from a website, a customer drops off, and we do a assisted telesales journey in a real-time journey. So that hits the integration layer of the entire ecosystem, and that is where the marketplace comes into picture. I hope everybody has heard about this terminology, right? So that's the real-time journey, and we connect with the customer through a cloud telephony, which is simply few seconds, not even a few seconds, probably milliseconds job. Then, let's say, for example, a distributor ecosystem, right? What if we have a unified sales platform wherein a DIY journey is at one-click button for the advisor, and then the sales pitch happens? Right? Taking this forward, the way we do the sales, it comes to the operation. What if we run the RPA bots of the world, and the entire automation happens, and then the auto form filling happens through the OCR and the AIs. That adds the value, that adds, definitely that reduces the TAT and then the cost attached to it. Post the operation journey, we move into the underwriting bucket. We do AI-enabled auto underwriting, hits the straight-through cases. The higher the percentage, that is all of us strive for, right? I mean, the underwriters can vouch for it, how difficult journey would be for them. Yeah, so that adds the auto underwriting piece of it. And non-straight-through journey, probably it would be a tele-MER or a video MER, or physical connecting with the customer. Everything happens technologically, everything happened digitally. Once the underwriting done, we materialize the case, policy gets issued, and then we do a servicing. Again, a servicing platform through our digital asset via a DIY platform. The customer gets all the option about doing the endorsement at one click, claim adjudication, again via AI ML platform. And then if we have to talk about the health, so let me, again, emphasis on, I belong from ABHI, so we talk about health, right? Health first. So again, we capture the entire wellness journey. Isn't that journey, an awesome journey, or probably? That is what we call as a digital transformation, and that is rising. So it's all about the mindset. The game is changing. Yeah, and we are moving, right? We are set to go there.
I think brilliant. What she said, all those steps are happening real time. And just experience as a customer that you intend to sow your interest towards getting into the journey. The data gets populated, reviewed, analyzed, assessed, and your pre-population of data points happen. Then a AI-based underwriting happens. The system throws you out whether the risk can be taken, can be said, and then based on that, the policy gets issued, and you get the acknowledgement of the policy in the real time. And this is the change that we have been going through for last 10 years, and this is happening today. I think thank you, Ms. Reshma, for that. So this journey, the happening of this is happening because, or is being contributed by something called AI and ML. And this artificial intelligence and machine learning is helping the insurance companies and the insurance techs to take decisions in the real time. And which used to take T+7, T+10, T+15 earlier, it takes T+ milliseconds. It happens in the real time. And how it is shaping up the world, I would like to call Mr. Yatish to talk about it and give his views, because he has been expert in terms of doing it. Even I'll go back to Swapnil some point of time in terms of talking about the data points. Yeah, Mr. Yatish.
Thanks, Suvendu. Good afternoon, everyone. So again, I'll start my journey in 2016, wherein we were just deciding to see if we can take our whole ecosystem on cloud. And that is the reason and I'll tell you why I'm taking my cloud journey into the consideration, because this is where a lot of this AI ML enablement has happened. And a lot of us were initially even skeptical that how we are going to manage this huge amount of data that is coming up. And I think we used to store only a very limited set of data for us, because infrastructure was obviously a challenge. I think with this cloud movement, and thanks to not thanks to COVID, but thanks to that era of COVID, wherein everybody's journey on digital has got a boost, and the acceptance in the market has gone up for the digital ecosystem. I'll just take one example wherein we had launched a virtual survey app for ICICI Lombard. And so the customer can himself go on an app, and if there is an accident, he has met with an accident, he can just do a video of that picture and just upload it, and the claim would have got registered. I think we were having massive challenge in getting that adopted in the market, because it was easy to pick up a call and call up a call center and say, "Bye, I have met an accident, please come and pick up my vehicle, and I'll go to the garage and do the settlement." I think with this COVID era, I think since none of us were able to go out, except for very few selected individuals, I think this is picked up like anything. And this is where the journey for ICICI Lombard on the digital front, on the AI front, took a real boost for us. So over to you, Suvendu.
So I think what you said is something which was forced to the insurance industry in some point of time, or at some point of time, because of COVID or because of the need to innovate, has pushed the insurance companies to do that. So while the AI and ML both have been quite critical in terms of not only being faster, but also being accurate, because ML over a period of time helps you to become more accurate in terms of your decision making, in terms of your fraud control, in terms of your prevention of certain loss or the dedupe cases. So while AI and ML is the new trend that is stepping up, I think the insurtechs that are bringing in all this technology need to be consumed by the traditional insurers. And how critical it is to talk about, I think I would like Dr. Abhijeet talk about it, how critical it is to for the insurance companies, the traditional insurance companies, to consume the new technology, and are they ready to do that today?
Okay. So, Suvendu, as I mentioned in the earlier answer, basically we had, as an insurtech, we had a hard time to convince the traditional insurers. And as Yatish mentioned, it is the COVID era which definitely helped us to make the insurance industry understand that there is a requirement of insurtechs. In fact, the insurtech term was coined in last 5, 6 years. Before that, just the startups or the technology solutions which are available. Now, when we are looking at how it is being adopted or what is the benefit for the insurance industry, I think there are quite a few benefits. If you see the main, task or main thing which the insurance company does is the risk transfer or risk management, right? I think if the insurance companies use the insurtech solutions, I think they are transferring the risk to the insurtech companies rather than keeping it with them, having their own people who are like, who are pushed to develop certain technologies. I'm not saying you should not develop in-house technologies, but I would say that it is better to give it to somebody whose whole focus is on, technology. So we can look at that way. So probably insurtechs will definitely help the insurance industry that way. Second thing is, of course, if you see, the insurtechs are coming up with innovative mindset. Again, I'm not saying that the insurance companies don't have people who are having innovative mindset, but of course, their major job is to manage the risk and look at the business, right? Whereas the insurtechs are coming from a different backgrounds and they are looking to develop something which is innovative, which is different than the existing. And that's where probably the innovation and innovative solutions you can source or you can look for from the insurtech people rather than having somebody put in place and getting it done in-house. Third is, of course, the data analytics, the new tools available, the new solutions available, which are helping the insurance industry to do data analytics. Now, this data analysis is helpful to develop new products, to assess the risk, to give better customer satisfaction because the things are being solved very fast. You can take the decisions in terms of claims, in terms of issuance of the policy very fast. So it is cost saving, it is time saving, so that is reduced a lot. We talked about it. And of course, it is saving efforts from the human being, which are put in, in the insurance company. So I think these are very important benefits. If you see, even the journey, probably it is like initially the insurance industry was considering TPAs and brokers as their cousins. But I would say that now they are ready to consider even the insurtechs as their friends, or maybe over the period they will definitely consider them as cousins and use their solutions to address a lot of problems which they are facing continuously. So there are long-term benefits, there are short-term benefits, but of course I would say the accuracy is a challenge. I would not say challenge, but yes, we have to work upon the accuracy a lot so that the solutions will be really appropriate and you can rely on it 100% instead of like still thinking, because I think just before the session we talked about that there is manpower involved still, because it will be there for a few years, and after that there will be completely technology which is helping you to take the decisions. So I think yes, there are short-term as well as long-term benefits, and we have to look at that way so that the traditional insurers, yes, they have the skills, they have the knowledge which can be utilized better way, and the processes can be enhanced with the help of insurtech solutions. Yeah, Suvendu.
So my question to you, probably a little more than what it was. So do we have an option whether not to collaborate today? I don't think we have, right?
No, we don't. I would say at certain extent, you will have to use the technology.
Absolutely.
There is no way you can say that I will be absolutely aloof from the technology and do everything manually.
So it could go back to the era of the older companies which never wanted to innovate and virtually wiped out of the industry. I don't want to name them since we are in a forum, but I think all of us have gone through those histories. So now coming back to InsurTech, I think that is the buzzword today happening. And InsurTechs, what was the opportunity being capitalized by them? And if you look at that, it was data. It was data, which is big, which was available, and probably they learned how to mine the data, how to clean the data, and how to use it for the benefit of the insurance companies or probably the end consumer, whether it's an insurance company, reinsurance company, or any other person who is involved in terms of assessment of risk and sharing of risk. So in the journey of mining the data and ensuring that the trends are being looked into and how trustworthy the data points are. So these trends have evolved over a period of time. I think I'll go by what Piyush said some time back in his presentation, that probably the industry is evolving, but how it has evolved today and which is giving us the much needed impetus to stand up and adopt this information. I would go back to probably Mr. Swapnil, who can help us because he is considered to be a big data consumer and a big data analyzer in the organization where is he working. So Swapnil, all yours.
Thank you, Suvendu. Yeah, so definitely as a data guy, okay, so we are the custodian of entire data in insurance world, okay, so whatever policies we sold, whatever claim we settle, so each and every line item we have, okay, and so earlier, rightly said by Yatish, there is a limitation of infra in earlier days, but now we shifted to cloud. We have that Azure, AWS, multiple clouds we have, and with their multiple applications available to solve that data-related issue, churning-related issues. Okay, now so earlier we might take 1 or 2 days to process one batch of data. So now with the help of cloud power processing, so we are doing that in no time. Okay, so that's the beauty of cloud and big data. So if you talk about big data, so earlier we are doing analysis or we are doing underwriting with the help of customer age, vehicle age. So there are legacy components which we are using. But now with the help of big data and the usage of that related data available in market with the help of insurer tech companies, so we have telematics device, Fitbit type device, and there are some applications, sensor device. So with the help of that, we can gauge the usage of that particular customer, and with that data points, we can personalize their premium, and we can, instead of going with the earlier, what we can say, so earlier older type of or legacy type of underwriting scheme, instead of that, we can move to the real-time world and we can capture telematics data and we analyze in no time with the help of big data and cloud technologies, and we can generate premium base as per that customer. So I hope everyone aware about pay as you drive, pay as you go. This type of product obviously invented after that, after this insurtech and big data collaboration happens. So yeah, that's the big data.
So I think, thank you for giving that, but how do you define the trust hierarchy of these data points? Because we are still in the process of evolution, and when you get these data points from different sources, whether it is Fitbit or the smartwatches, or probably the instrument that the consumer use, or probably because I don't think the medical information of the pings are available today, that evidently to give you a accurate data, how do you trust this data and how much you trust this data?
So we cannot completely rely on that data, okay? So in real world, okay, so my Fitbit or my mobile app sensor, that will give you near accurate data, but not completely accurate, okay? So with the help of, so we can blend that with our legacy knowledge or legacy past data, what we have. So now we are almost 25 or 26 years old insurance industry. So we can say mature industry, okay? So obviously with the help of that data and whatever we are getting data from telematics device or IoT device, so we use that data, we collaborate, or we merge that data, and basically we have to use that data, and with that we can assess the risk, minimize the risk, and so yeah.
So if I have to look at the opportunity available on the insurtech side, the trust hierarchy of data today in terms of the customer's medical related information still one opportunity. Brilliant. I think what is happening today, the data that we have, has been exponentially used by different platforms. So if I have to talk about one e-commerce platform, literally delivered one delivery in every single pin code of the country. And today that data is available, and we know that these pin codes can be reachable. So that is prompting the insurance companies to reach out to the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 markets, and talking about the segmentation of metro, semi-urban, rural. So I would go back to Ms. Reshma to help us understand how the marketplace, he spoke about one word, marketplace, and the real-time integration of the customers' core journeys available. So how do you intend to go back to those underserved markets, and how do you intend to, how do you feel that the InsurTech can help the insurance companies to, maximize their reach out there?
Yeah, all right. So considering the Bima Sugam has also entered the market, right? So that's nothing but a marketplace wherein the APIs of all the insurance would be hosted, and then you get the products, you buy the products. We also have such marketplace. We would have heard about Silver Bullet. Yeah. So that's one of the InsurTech who has the entire marketplace, right? So again, it goes with the thought of that build versus buy. Right. So how do we do it? Everybody is now talking about real time. Is it really required or not required, right? So again, it depends on the organization strategy and the digital strategy which an organization has it, right? Ultimately, it's about capturing the the top line and the bottom line. Correct. So how real time do we want to do it? How, do we need to build that layer of marketplace when I just give the marketplace access to my aggregators and I'm done, right? Definitely. At least I see that journey happening, and that is how the experience which I would like to experience. Yeah. So that's all about the marketplace, right? And this is going to be a game changer. So insurance for all, Viksit Bharat vision which we have, mission which we have for 2047, insurance for all. I think these are the technology which will evolve over a time, and that will capture the entire market.
Okay, a few interesting points before I go to Dr. Kanetkar for his views on this. For the last couple of quarters, I won't say couple of years, but couple of quarters, what we have seen a tremendous upside in terms of the retail insurance buying. Whether you look at one of the public sector company dealing with their retail customers through one particular app, or the insurance companies looking at retail small ticket size group platform based offerings, and these are picking up very big time with the tier 2 tier 3 markets, and also with the Gen Zs that we have today in the marketplace. So I think these are the trends, upcoming trends in terms of the markets that the insurance companies are looking at, and the InsurTechs are helping the insurance companies taking it there. So, Dr. Kanetkar, your views on these underpenetrated markets, because after 20 years, when I remember when I joined the industry in 2001, it used to be the sunrising industry, and after 25 years, still remains the sunrising industry, and the sun is still rising. So understand the potential that we have, and how do we look at, how do we capitalize on this moving to this set of markets?
Yeah, so Suvendu, if you see, we always talk about the penetration in India of the insurance again. So it is like not more than 4%. It was actually got down last year from 4.2 to 4%. So I think that's where we always talk about the way we are looking at the Indian population or Indian market from an insurance perspective. I think there is a lot of scope and a lot of opportunity for the insurance companies. And of course, without InsurTech, I think it is very difficult. We are talking about delivery boys. We are talking about maids being insured. And now they are, they should be covered at a very smaller kind of sum assured. But it is very difficult to reach out to them. How you are going to collect premium from them? How you are going to, ask them to pay the premium, or get the claims amount. So there, of course, the only solution, and I'm kind of emphasizing, the only solution is InsurTechs. And I think my organization is working towards it. So we are actually in touch with a lot of insurance companies, and we are talking to them so that we can help them to tap this market with the help of our technology. That is one. Second thing is, I would say the government and the government entities are also very keen to involve InsurTech companies in developing or reaching out to the underprivileged people. So I think we have a meeting with GIC Council. Maybe day after tomorrow, I'm going to meet them because they want to involve the InsurTechs in the entire journey where we can tap more and more people from the Indian population. That's one. Second, we are trying, as an InsurTech, basically InsurTech can help you to bridge between lot of entities which are related to insurance, but the insurance companies cannot directly reach out to them, such as like maybe financial institutes. There are, we had a meeting with 𝐈𝐧𝐝 last week, and again, they are, trying to involve us to help the insurance industry with whatever technology we have. And third is, of course, we are reaching out to the healthcare, healthcare sector as well. So with the help of our technology, we have started, we call it as Xangam's Advanced Healthcare Initiative, where we are trying to build a network of hospitals which are fraud-free. Because we have a lot of, discussion about frauds being caught by the insurance companies, how we can build a network which is not doing fraud or which is fraud-free. So that's what we are trying to do. And again, the technology is the only solution for this because you cannot reach out to each and every nook and corner with physical efforts. So I think that's how the entire, InsurTech is helping the insurance industry. And again, the government entities are also, keen to involve the InsurTech. So that's very good initiative from the insurance.
Okay, I think that is the way forward as we speak. So going to the next, critical discussion point, I would like Mr. Yatish to talk about it. So is there a need to collaborate and innovate, or both the entities, the insurance companies and the InsurTechs can operate separately, probably price each other in terms of the support system they create, or collaborating in this platform or in this space can give larger benefit to the industry? What's your views?
So I completely agree. I think collaboration is the way forward, and this is what, as a culture, we also follow that within the organization itself, right? Till the time you don't collaborate to achieve a goal, you're not going to excel in what you're trying to achieve, right? So I think this is the way forward for all of us. I'll just take a couple of examples, what Reshma also mentioned, right? We look up to regulators to help us in bringing the insurance companies and the InsurTechs together, because at the end of the day, we are all dealing with the potential customers or the prospects. And this is where the power of collaboration can come in. With Bima Sugam as a platform which is being launched, Bima Wahaks for the rural sector is what regulator is looking up to. I've been part of the NHCX platform, wherein the regulator is trying to standardize a lot of these integrations, facilitations between the hospitals and the insurance companies, right? So I think we should all leverage these technologies or these programs so that there is a lot of tech which is, or let me put that, a lot of responsible, transparent information is available for all of us. And if we go back and put customer into the center and see what transparency could lead to, and this is where the power of AI can come in. If we all talk about responsible AI or ethical AI, right? So trying to collaborate with the customer, the information of customer medical records are available with the medical authorities, can through a OTP or a consent-based mechanism, we'll able to access those records and make innovative products, which, as what Abhijeet, Dr. Abhijeet mentioned, right? Can we reach out to the below poverty line workers and try to insure them for a very minimal kind of a product. If we have an information available with us, we can obviously very seamlessly at various touch points can provide a very affordable health insurance to them. And I'm sure government is doing their bit in bringing in a lot of these initiatives of Ayushman Bharat, wherein all of us are getting covered through an insurance. So I think these are all the initiatives where we should, as an industry, leverage. And I think we should change our thought process from insuring a customer or changing the way in saying, can we, as an insurance company, enable through an AI or an ML algorithms, can we enable a predictive behavior to avoid certain kind of accidents or certain kind of health risk, and tell that customer or pass that as a advisory to them that there is something wrong either in your health records or the way you have been working or whatever is doing. And can we move towards a preventive insurance rather than trying to insure and then cover that? So I think that is the way forward, and this is where collaboration can help us.
Okay. I think before we move to the last question for all the panel members talking about their views on InsurTech, I want to take you through certain information which probably will make you feel happy. I'm privy to certain technologies that uses the face technology for a journey. Now, so for example, I go to Ms. Reshma. I take her consent, take a picture of her, and based on the face recognition technology, the backend data, the big data that we talk about, catch all the pings that she has, including the social media, including the professional media, including the medical, including the financial, including the transaction, including the CIBIL, including the IRB, and it populates with blurred images that these are the information available. Do you want to consume this information? If you say yes, an OTP or consent gets triggered to her, and she gives the consent, the entire data gets pre-populated, and the so-called InsurTechs consume that data for faster real-time decision making, and the decision is arrived real-time. And that technology is getting generated today through the ML and through some InsurTechs, which is going to transform the entire buying journey of the insurance, whether it is general insurance or it's a life insurance in next 2 or 3 years. One is that the other side of the story is that a lot of insurance companies have started looking at how do they use their own data, because for 20, 25 years, as Swapnil spoke, they have been consuming data of their customers, and every insurance company has got a rich base of their customers, which they can use today for faster decision making of the existing customer base. And that existing customer base is the real treasure that they are carrying today. Now, these insurance companies are using the product configurator, the suitability matrix, the dedupe engine, and the configurator, and the underwriting rule engine to decide and define how best they can offer real-time solutions to their set of customers, not only on the retail space, but also in the group space. Now, the industry is divided into two aspects, one of the retail business side and one on the CP, the protection side. And each segment of those customers can be cross-sold, provided the data is used and consumed judiciously. So that is the thought that is happening right now. And the blockchain that we are talking about for last couple of years, which has not been consistent in terms of giving what it's supposed to be, the accuracy and the fraud prevention and the security of data points, I think it will take some time for the industry to consume that and stabilize in terms of the uses of blockchain. But having said this, the industry that we are working today, the insurance industry, is for sure poised to take the leap and leap to the next level. With that thought, I would like to request all my panel members, if they have last views on the InsurTech and the innovation in the insurance industry, they can, and then we'll move on. We can start with Yatish.
Yeah, I'll just add. So I think with this InsurTech becoming our cousins, right, and we should look at it that way. I think leaving the whole audience with a couple of thoughts, we should look at product innovation so that we are able to penetrate till the last mile and bring in affordable insurance to all of us. And moving towards predictive insurance is what I want to leave the audience with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
doctor?
think I, being from the insurtech industry and of course earlier worked in the insurance field, I think there is big yes for insurtech. Of course, you have to take it with a pinch of salt because it is not completely matured yet, but all of us are working towards it. I mean, all of us in the sense, not only insurtech, but the insurance industry is working towards it. And over the period, I think we will have a really good solution where you can rely 100% on the insurtech. That's it.
Okay.
And with Digital India, right? I mean, the mission which we have to be as a developed country by 2047, right? And BFSI is going to play a major role here. The industry is evolving. Insurance, we as an insurer have a lot of opportunity there. And we have 150 plus insurtechs right now in the market. With 10 unicorns, then why not, right? I mean, if we have a innovative solution which can collaborate with us and we can do a lot of good things with the co-ownership, then yeah, a lot, way to go there.
Okay, thank you. Swapnil?
So last point, so with the help of insurtech companies, we have to reach each and every person from rural area with the help of mobile application that will serve from policy issuance to claim processing, payouts, everything will be served by the one platform. So that's the key takeaway of insurance.
Okay, thank you. So mark my words, friends. I think as we come to the end of this panel, I must thank each of my panel members for sharing their views and thoughts. But mark my words, in due course of time, probably next 3 to 5 years, you'll find a lot of insurtech companies selling insurance. Not the insurance companies. Insurance companies will transform themselves to insurtech companies to sell insurance. And that's going to happen. And that's going to be the change that we are going to see. Thank you so much for being a patient listener. And thank you so much to my panel members. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I think brilliant panelist, I think. Can we have a huge round of applause? And I'll invite Abhijeet Joshi, VP Product Management, ID5, to kindly join us on stage for this phenomenal, brilliant session that we held. Kindly join us in panelist felicitation. I'll request Dr. Abhijeet Kanetkar, Chief Business Officer, Xangam, to kindly come forward. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I'll request Yatish, Bhatia, VP Technology, ICICI, Lombard General Insurance. Thank you, sir. Very valuable insights once again, everybody. It was great conversation with all of you. Requesting Swapnil, Narvekar, AVP Technology, TATA, AIG General Insurance to kindly accept the memento. I'll request Reshma Gaikwad, IT Transformation Program Director, Aditya Birla Health Insurance. Thank you, ma'am, for once again great insights from you as well. Can we have a huge round of applause, everybody? And how can this panel, conduct so amazingly, seamlessly without the help of our moderator, Suvendu Panda, Senior VP Bancassurance, Corporate Office, HDFC Life Insurance. Can I have a group picture on the center stage, please? A group picture with the mementos.